Hello, good people. Welcome back to our podcasts. Today, I've brought you my best friend, Kudzai Mbauya. I hope last time we have seen him and he has been spitting so much buzz on this platform. Today, we have a good story, man. How has been life?
So far, so good, bruh. I don't want to lie. It's been a long time since
very true.
we've done something like this, and I'm very much excited that you've invited me and come up with this idea of trying to share something and see how we can explore and expand our knowledge. And yeah,
you know that is our way of life for now, because we need to share knowledge and skills, especially in this digital era.
exactly. Yeah.
And today I'm motivated to speak about something that so many of us are concerned about: religion. How do you view religion in our societies?
That's a very interesting question. Yeah, you know what say Favour Rukombo. In my personal experience, me being both a religious and a spiritual person,
Yes.
I've come to realize both they play a pivotal role towards our day-to-day lives as people. They influence our behaviors.
Yes.
They also influence even our lives. Yeah. So if you find it like everything that is surrounding us is both spiritual and physical, and also it is a religion.
What I would want to take from what you have said is that religion influences people's behavior in the community, and then from that perspective that we are influenced by our belief systems. How can this affect our mindset? Maybe setting our personal goals vis-a-vis the things we're expected to do by religion, or specifically by churches.
Yeah. Lately, I was very much convinced to say that if you think of religion in modern day era, you find it. You might be tempted to think that religion has become a money-making scheme. I've heard this, eavesdropped this.
Yes.
This conversation, people were saying like, if you want to make money, especially here in Zimbabwe,
Yes,
you should open a church.
Which means like churches in our modern day era has become an income generating project.
Exactly.
Where if you want to make billions of dollars, you must have a people you influence, a people you say things that follow order.
And in line with that, it also concurs with another expression that I've heard again. This other guy was saying, religion makes people fool. Yeah,
I'm interested to hear that.
So, talking about religion in our modern day society, you find it a lot is happening, especially in churches.
Yes.
A lot is happening in politics. So when we're talking about religion, we don't separate religion from politics.
Yes.
If you're talking about religion, we're also talking about politics. So people also use religion as a way of stabilizing their power politically. You see, having the trust of the Pope, because they know the Pope has an influence.
Yes.
So they want also that influence. You see, having the trust of the prophets, people like that, because they want that influence. But is it really the will of God to use religion
to maybe to influence political wills and political parties?
Exactly. Or to use religion
to
as
consolidate their power.
Exactly. Or to use religion as a money-making scheme. Is it really the will of God?
No, I don't believe it's God's will for people to make money out of it. Why? Because Jesus, at one time, he was saying that people should actually get salvation and redemption without any payment. like he have demonstrated in his ministry. I don't even see any point in time when Jesus could coerce people to buy salvation. He could do that freely. And at one time when people were hungry, he fed 5,000 plus people. None of them paid any penny. But it's quite unfortunate today with our modern day papas and ministers, the apostles. Instead of them feeding 5,000, it's 5,000 feeding one man. It's quite shocking.
Yeah, so you find it, that's what is happening in religion, my brother. So again, there was this other YouTube video that I was watching. There were times when I was watching Daily Show by Trevor Noah.
Yes,
and
this South African guy.
Yeah, from South Africa.
Yes.
So he was also mentioning the very same thing. There were pastors debating from America, saying like they need the latest jet.
Yes.
So they were saying like, why would you need the latest jet if you already had one jet? How are you in a rush that you need to spend where people are suffering?
Yes.
Your believers are suffering. There's poor, there are widows. But you're saying like we need to pump money for a latest modern jet. Remember what one of the pastors said? The pastor said, if Jesus were to live in this modern era, he wasn't gonna ride a donkey.
That's so metaphorical.
So if you think Jesus riding a donkey during the ancient time, right, in Egypt,
I could also think within horses.
There were horses, you know.
Yes.
A donkey was symbolizing humility.
Humility.
You see.
Yes.
And that's what pastors should be doing.
Yes.
Humility. Be servants of the people.
But I like this father from Catholic.
Yeah.
By the name, I know you know. I don't know if it's okay for me to mention his name.
Yeah, it's okay.
He drives a very, very common car. Very, very common car. He came yesterday to lunch. Very, very common car. I was thinking to myself, how did this person, with all the respect he received from all these parishes he go and serve the Missa, he is driving that symbol all the, I don't know if he, maybe the model is 1999.
Yeah,
Very
but
simple.
yet we have other men of God, or maybe should I call them men of gold,
Yes.
driving a latest Maybach.
Hey.
You see, that's not humility. A donkey symbolizes humility. What is humility in our modern society?
So
Should a jet be a resemblance of humility?
it is no, it's just like more a flashlight that we don't expect it to people who are preaching the end time message.
Exactly.
If you are really expecting Jesus to come at any given moment, because he mentions in most of his gospels, I will come like a thief. Who knows the time when the thief comes on our doors? Nobody knows. Then how then do you spend much of your time in buying expensive stuffs like latest jets, latest iPhones?
So when I started saying, I said there are two things. There's a religious part. There's a religion and there's a spirituality.
Yes.
For me, I would prefer spirituality than being religious. I would prefer to be spiritual than to be a religious person. Why do I say so? Because
Can you be spiritual without being religious?
You can be spiritual.
How do
without
you become spiritual without being religious?
Being spiritual is acknowledging the existence of a supreme power. To acknowledge the beauty around you, how you relate with the environment.
How do you preserve it?
How do you preserve it? That's being spiritual. And how do you handle yourself? Meditation, prayer, contemplation. Those are spiritual things.
Returning of the sin.
But religious things is to say like, if I don't go to church, my pastor
will ask me
my mom. That's being religious.
Too religious.
I'm a well-known person. If I don't go to church,
Or to be doctrinary.
You get it? That's
Yes.
being religious.
To say in our church we don't wear
Because even
black.
the devil, bruh, is religious, you know.
Yes.
The devil is religious himself. So for me, I would rather be spiritual than religious.
I'm inspired. Today is 26th December. And we are living in a new year, 2026.
Yeah, sure.
For a longest period of time, pastors has been prophesying people. This is your new year. This is your year.
You're going to make it this year.
And probably there is a night Passover. I don't know how do they call it. Passover night, something like that. That where people go to churches on the 31st of December to next year, 2026, January 1. A lot of prophecies are going to be given to people. This is your year. Your year of prosperity.
So, that
how do we navigate this problem?
That in line with what I said. Religious is making people fools, bruh. People are becoming foolish simply because of a religion. Because, remember I said spiritual. Some battles, they require you to fight them spiritual.
Yes.
In prayer, in meditation, navigating your life. Right now, this is a moment you should have a conversation with yourself. What has been my life?
Try to
throughout the year. How was I living the life?
The stock of your life.
Does that life that I was living guarantee me to be convinced by a pastor that I'm going to buy a house? If I'm not even working, if I'm just being lazy and sleepy, I'm not even trying to find opportunities, I'm not attending in business conference, I'm not discussing
about following the people
I'm just
that are offering life objectives.
Exactly.
The people that are giving us life hacks, how to build your business, how to manage your business as an entrepreneur, and how do you actually behave as a person who is leaping into a business. We simply follow our purpose because we are waiting for a positive message that could come from a mouth of that person who is supposed to be said a prophet of God.
So you find people now need free things. People don't want to work. They need shortcuts in life. That's where the challenge is. That's why if the pastor told them right now to say, like, I have a truck loaded of apples. If you buy one apple, you're going to receive blessings. They flock around making the pastor rich.
Maybe they are taking it from, I don't know, maybe it's just a misinterpretation of chapter 21, the first verse of the book of Luke, the Gospel of Jesus according to Luke. There is a widow that offers everything she had to Jesus. And Jesus said, because she have emptied her heart and extended the hand to Jesus, she had 6 pence. And that was her conclusion from the disposal. She gives it to Jesus. And Jesus says as a return, because she have given this man wholeheartedly, the Lord is going to bless them. How do we then say the pastors are misinterpreting and misquoting that verse to manipulate people?
So you find gifting, especially during the time of Jesus Christ, you find, remember, Jesus Christ was the Son of God and himself was God. And if you also see the structure of how he manages his ministry, taking care of the widow, the poor, making sure everyone is included in the God's plan, in the will of God. That's the whole purpose. But we have people now saying, like a pastor, imagine, living in a very luxurious house. Not just one house, houses. And the other people. So
every location he visits,
that's also another.
There is a house for him there.
That's also another reflection I always have in my life. Like, what is really our purpose in this life? What is it that we are living, we are working for? Of course, I bought the latest iPhone. Okay, maybe I'm content.
Yes.
But the world is still evolving. Okay, I bought the latest Apple Watch. But does it really fulfill the void, the emptiness.
Yes.
So we are empty inside. Even the pastors themselves, they are empty inside.
And
The only thing that they need to do is to be spiritual, to feel that emptiness.
And our gospel is
With
not
prayer, meditation,
towards feeling,
contemplation.
the vessels of our
So,
bodies.
The greed and the need for material things, they are trying to fill the emptiness within them, which they are not supposed to fill with possessions. They will keep on possessing, but it can never be fulfilled. The only way that can be fulfilled is through spiritual. Being spiritual person, acknowledging the existence of God, acknowledging the miracles. There are so many miracles happening right now as we speak.
Do we still have
everything?
a church in our country or maybe continent that offers spirituality to our people, to the people of God? I'm asking this simple question. And how do we discern that?
So, for me, I'm a Catholic, and being spiritual is not a one-way thing. You can be spiritual in many ways, right? So within the Catholic Church, we have spirituality. So a spirituality is a model of life. It's a model of prayer. So if your spirituality is to pray out loud, that's your spirituality. If you find fulfillment, if you find it drawing closer to God, do it. Then we have people who believe that spirituality is to be in silence, praying,
meditation,
day by day. That's their spirituality. So there are so many forms of spirituality. It can also be a spirituality to just sit near the river, just seeing the river.
What is causing people to be fooled by religion?
So people, they don't like silence. We need silence. You go to a church, the moment you arrive, it's just drums, it's just loud music, it's just
noise.
People.
And even the devil himself can hide in the noise.
While
people are hitting the drums,
remember
playing keys.
Remember Prophet Isaiah, when he heard the voice of God, he heard the voice in the silence.
Yes.
So we need that silence. We do not have silence as we live right now.
So what are you saying about the churches that hit drums, playing keys, making lots of noise?
For me, I feel like we need a moment of just total silence.
Total silence.
Just acknowledging the presence and the existence. There's so much things that you can actually identify when you are silent. There's a lot happening, but you cannot hear it or you cannot feel it because of the loud music, because of the noise.
I reflect on one of the popular statement that was thrown by Joshua Maponga about the two religions, Christianity and Islamic. When Christians enter their temple for prayers, they leave their brains on the door. When these Islamic people enter their mosque, they leave their shoes.
That's a thing. Yeah.
So when he said that we Christians, every time we enter our temples, we leave our brains. I thought of Karl Marx, who said that religion is an opium of the mind. It numbs masses. By saying opium, he means it's a drug.
It's a drug
that actually, once a person sniffs it, once a person eats it, once a person drinks it, they get intoxicated. So a lot of people that are in churches are drunk. If we are to take that as a reality of our days, that once we believe as a whole nation that it's an opium, it's a drug, bruh, it's difficult. to convince people that these are lies.
It is difficult to actually convince a person who is into a religion that what is happening here, this is not it. They will ask you what gives you the audacity to ask that question. Who are you to ask me such a question? So there's just a lot happening. I don't want to lie. There's a lot happening.
It's just like on Sunday when you go to church, it's more like you are taking the drug into your body. And maybe a following day you might not be going to church, but on Tuesday, that intoxication is still in your body. You have a hangover. Tuesday you are reminded to come back to church again for choir practice. You are taking, how do you define taking hangover? And when someone is drunk, I think you have an experience of drinking beer. Can you explain it to me?
The experience is the worst. The hangover is the worst. Especially, but to answer,
what do you do to erase the hangover?
The hangover.
Yes.
The main purpose people go to the church is fellowship.
Yes.
But you find it in the churches now, people go to church to cause chaos.
Yes.
That's the addiction of it. That's the drunkenness of it, which gives people hangover. The chaos the people go to church for. The flash life, saying like, I've got the latest car. They're going to feel me in my rapture. You see, that's what made people have this hangover. That's not the whole point of going to church. That's not the whole point of religion. The whole point of religion and going to church was for people to be spiritual, to connect their body, mind, and soul and their supreme being so that they become intact. But people go to the church to separate their souls.
In order for us to be united by the church or religion, we are being separated.
Exactly.
Especially when I'm pointing my point to the churches that have lots of prophets. They will say that the problem we are facing in your life are ultimately a result of the bewitchment that is coming from your relatives, probably in the village. So for me to go to Kumusha Boyera as we are celebrating this festival, I may not go there because the prophecy is at the back of my mind. So I will not go in there. So instead of religion uniting me with my relatives and give me solution on which I can gain the footage of my relationship with those relatives that are said to be bewitching me, I am even giving warnings to say that don't ever go there again, because the problem that you are facing right now, you are not going to overcome them once you go back Kumusha.
Yeah. So you see, the whole point is when we're talking of religion, remember we have a religion and we have a culture, right? And modern religion, especially Christianity in Africa, when it was introduced in a way that it was separating us from our way of life, from our own culture, from the things that we're doing. Remember, before the advent of Christianity, Islamic in Africa, we believed that there is a supernatural power. And people believed in Unkulunkulu, Mari, Chizachapu. You see, of course, we did not call our own supreme being God, but we believe there is a supernatural power. So, when everything that was happening, the chaos, that's why you find it, some of the problems we have in the society is because sometimes we fail to have an understanding of our background, our own culture. Maybe there is ngozi in the culture. The reason why I'm broke, there is ngozi.
And the blood of Jesus cannot erase ngozi.
You see, that's a culture.
No matter how strong we believe in it.
That's a cultural thing.
Yes.
And even in the Bible, mushonga wengozi, kungoiripa.
Yes.
You amend. So, So you see, religion has also played a part in brainwashing our culture. Especially, I'm talking
in our way of life.
Yeah. So some of these problems we are facing is because we don't know our roots. We have
Yes.
forgotten our roots.
Because
We've forgotten the things we used to do, the things that formed our background, our spiritual. And
everyone recalls Matthew chapter 1.
So
the
that's why I'm
genealogy
saying,
of
like,
Jesus.
the religion now has become a money-making scam. That's why you find it. We have people inheriting, saying like, my father was the owner, the founder of the church,
and the church
now
has to be related
he's
to
dead.
the family.
The church has to. What if I don't have the core?
Yes. you don't have that anointment.
You see, that my father had.
Church.
But simply because my father is the founder and the church runs within our family.
Yes. And maybe
does it really? You see, if
your
you see things,
things
happening that way, we have to ask and question the authenticity of it. Is it really the will of God or is the will of people?
It's a man that they are money-making charlatans.
Are they afraid that if the properties goes to
another family,
we are going to be you see those things? So a lot is just happening, and it takes spirituality. It takes.
So in conclusion, what is your word of advice to people who are already fooled, who are intoxicated by religion? Probably by the people they are following.
In conclusion, what I can say is nothing comes on a silver platter.
If you want a car, do not seed your money in anyone.
You see,
wait for it.
Save. Put into savings account. Invest in business.
Education is more
important. Read. Pray. Kneel down with your own knees. Don't ask for someone to say like if they do, that's a bonus. But kneel and pray for you.
Everybody has their different problem.
Be spiritual. Be spiritual. Hardworking. Connect with the Supreme Being.
Not connecting to the Papa.
Not connecting.
I was in disagreement with a statement of this other so-called a prophet or a social media influencer. I think you know him, Passion Java. Let me just go straight to the point. He was saying, if you are a pastor or a minister in any ministry, you need to have a spiritual father for your things to work. Where are they getting their sources and where are they referring to that information?
So it's all this happening, this just chaos happening. We have to go back to the roots, to the foundation of humanity. What is really the purpose of me as a person towards God's creation and towards God himself? What is really my purpose?
My purpose.
That's spirituality. Everything else is just noise. You see? So what advice to wrap up, what I can advise is people should be hard workers. People should be spiritual. There is this advice I recently got from one of an old friend. We were talking much about what is happening in the society, the issue to do with drugs, especially in my community. And I was asking him, amidst all this chaos, to a young man like me, what advice can you give me? And he says, we shouldn't accept free gifts from strangers.
You don't need to view the car. Please.
No.
Please. Thank you so much for this insightful
Thank you
points about religion and how to navigate some of the problems we face in our lives. And I believe that a lot of us, when you go to church, there is some pushing factors. Probably our broken backgrounds, our marriages that are not working, our relationships that are not working. Sometimes it's quite good for us if you are dealing with a problem that has to do with your a marriage or relationship, seek for those psychologists, counselors. They may give you the most thorough advice. If then it's something like business, people like this guy, I don't know, this South African guy, I'm forgetting the name of this young man. So do you know him?
From South Africa.
From South Africa. He once came to Harare for youth what? I'm forgetting the name. I'm forgetting the name. You can actually go and ask those kind of people or follow them.
Exactly. But another advice, instead of just following them, people can just create their own community of sharing business ideas.
Business ideas.
You see,
within ourselves,
making each other grow. I think that's also another.
This is most important.
Yeah.
Making each other grow. Let us learn to celebrate ourselves.
Sure.
By just coming to my neighbor and say, I see you are doing fantastically well. How are you doing your things? Probably. And at one time I said, dear Christians, if the gospel of Jesus Christ you are receiving on each and every Sunday service is not bringing hope and enlightenment to your neighbors, know that no matter how much scripture you can recall from the Bible, it is not adding any value, because the relationship you make with your neighbor carries much weight than the number of verses you can narrate from Genesis.
That's also being
From
spiritual.
Revelation,
How you relate with your fellow ones. Yeah.
So that's important for me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, good people.
Okay. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Time for good stories. Bravo.